Oh my God, the texture. I just get so excited for people to eat this. Like there's no amount of money I can put on this. Look at that. That's so beautiful. I think I'm an Italian. Yeah, you know, I'm a Jewish girl from Ohio. Hello, my name is Miriam Weiskind. I am in Brooklyn, New York, also known as the pizza girl, the za report, the girl who baked 5,000 pizzas out of her apartment during the pandemic to help New Yorkers in need. I currently run a pop-up twice a week, and I'm in the process of becoming the next female-owned pizzeria in New York City. Fun fact, out of the 2,500 pizzerias in New York City, only about this many are owned by women, and I'm gonna be next.
Were you always like a kind person?
Well, my last name is Weiskind.
I'll bring it out to you when it's done. And what's your name? Aaron Miriam, it's nice to meet you.
So I like to put 18 on, because 18 is symbolic to life in Judaism.
Really?
Yeah, it's a way I pay, like, nod to my mom. But yeah, I guess to answer your question, I've always been kind. I try to do my best. I love this. So I have tiny hands, so I roll like a French baker. Dough day! We are at Velvet, which is a coffee shop here in Brooklyn, New York. I use their kitchen as a commissary kitchen. It's not a big space. This is my workstation right here. For me, pizza is art. I have been in New York City for 18 going on 19 years, and I moved here as a graphic designer, and I've always had a passion for art. Today we're making dough for my Neapolitan pop-up. This is my recipe book, so like,
I love that. I was
just write all of these. This is when I just really started. It took me almost a decade to start baking pizza on my own. And when I decided to switch careers, I got a job firing pizzas at Polly G's. And the very first pie that I baked, I say that it was love at first bake. I found happiness baking pizza. So the reason I love using this flour is that it goes against the norm of people saying you have to use a 00 flour for wood-fired pizza, because here I am using a high-protein, all-purpose flour. So I studied like the science of everything. The thing is, the more commercial yeast you use, the more you get like that stomach, like pizza gut rot. You know, you eat a piece of pizza and you're like, oh my God, I'm so full, I feel sick. That's because you're eating a pizza that's got a ton of commercial yeast in it, because they're doing it in 24 hours. I'm taking my dough and I'm stretching it out. The Sicilian, it's 7 days. The round pizza, anywhere from 4 to 5 day process. You're allowing time to develop the flavor, so you're getting a cleaner, better bread. You can have the best cheese and the best sauce, but if your crust has no flavor, it falls short. So right now, my dough temperature is beautiful. It's beautiful. It was during the pandemic that I lost all of my jobs in pizza, and I was baking pizza out of my home to stay busy. And, you know, I can only eat so much pizza, so my mom's like, why don't you give them away for free? I put up a menu downstairs, and I said to all of my other neighbors, I'm like, we all could use a reason to smile. Pizza's keeping me happy. Pick out a pizza, it's free. People outside of the building caught wind of what I was doing, and I suddenly went from 2 pies a night to 20, and the wait list went from, oh, we'll just come by and pick up a pizza, to a week, and eventually at one point it was 3 months for the Sicilian pizza.
Look in there. Oh, oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, nailed it. All right.
During the whole thing, you know, my mom was a do-gooder, and she had told me, you know, that, you know, give the pizza out to help people out. And in the whole process of that, she and my father both got COVID. And in August of 2020, my mom passed away from that. So this is the Polish, by the way. So this is my Auntie Lane. All of my Polishes are named after my mom and her 2 sisters. This is life. And I love that if you watch it, you see all the little bubbles. Like, you just keep watching, you'll see it bubble. Boop, hello. everything I'm doing is to honor my mom and to take her legacy and to continue to do good and to be good to others, because kindness is such a small gesture that can carry us so far. You ready? Let's do this. So now we're gonna slowly add the oil. Generally not in a Neapolitan dough, but I do it. This is my favorite part of my week, is when I get to do this. Pizza was this gift that you could give a free pizza to somebody who didn't have a job, or somebody who just lost someone, or someone who's just struggling, and it brightened their day. And so even today, here I am 3 years later, still giving away those free pizzas. I have a rule: every pop-up, the first person in line gets a free pizza. Mona, the next pizza you ring up is free.
That's yours. For real?
Yeah. The day she passed away, I had 20 pies for pickup, and my mom would say, those people still need to be fed. So through all of the tears, I baked all of the pizza that day and still fulfilled all those orders. And none of those people knew.
You spend all those days getting that gas in there.
Yeah.
So you want to be,
Real nice.
yeah.
Respect the gas.
I get teary-eyed, and I like think about my mom, and like this morning I was running and I saw like light peering into the trees, and I'm like, this is Mom looking down right now. But she's always with me, so you'll see at my events I always have a little frog somewhere. My logo has a frog jumping in it because my mom's name meant frog. She would never tried my pizza, but she actually caught wind of the momentum because I'd already been written up in the New York Times for what I was doing. So she would be so proud of me, and to see me finding a path in life that makes me happy, I think that's huge.
Cheers.
If you do not eat your crust, 90% has to do with the fact that that crust has no flavor. I was taught this process that it enables me to have the Sicilian that's light as a feather, and it has this incredible crunch.
Feel how light that is.
My mom was the person that used to peel all the cheese off and leave the crust, so in a way that inspired me to create a crust that my mom would want to eat. Oh, you guys are beautiful. My journey at pizza right now, I have been actively looking for a brick and mortar space here in New York. Actually, look at that.
Oh my gosh. So green.
That's art. I had gained confidence in dough, confidence in stretching, and confidence in knowing that if it's coming from my heart, that it's gonna win people over.
Is that the last one?
The last ones are in there, yeah. Ah, that's,
It's a good feeling.
yeah.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. These pies take 7 days to make, so they're special. Now that the cheese looks beautiful, that's done.
There's a bro culture in pizza baking, and it's very intimidating, and it can be very difficult to work with the men. You know who has the secrets? Men. Yeah, it's men that like to have, oh, it's a secret, I can't tell you. My sauce, it's a secret. I put water in it. But very rarely would you see women firing pizza or stretching the dough and topping it. And the more of us that continue to put ourselves out there and join that movement, it starts to break that stigma, and it helps to create equity with both genders. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Give me your hand. Sprinkle that on.
And my whole philosophy with making pizza is it's an art that you should freely share. So like whatever lessons I learn, I want to pass that on to other people. Not supposed to, but I will walk out the door and people recognize me. I'll be at the grocery store and somebody will say, can I get a pizza? And I'm like, well, there's now a place I bake the pizza. Pizza hugely did that for me.
Oh, smells delicious.
That's all for this episode of Food Curated. I'm Liza DeGia. Be sure to connect with us on social media and eat more stories. I'll see you next week.